Vice Chairman of Indian Red Cross Society, members of the National Managing Body and National Council of the two organizations, heads of the delegations of the IFRC, ICRC, awardees, delegates, guests, observers, ladies and gentlemen. At the outset, I welcome all of you and thank the Honorable Chairman for agreeing to preside over Annual General Meeting today. Sir, you have always found time to guide us in various activities of Indian Red Cross and St. Ambulance. Sir, the staff and volunteers feel proud and motivated by your august presence. Today, on behalf of entire Red Cross and St. John fraternity, I would like to take this opportunity to convey our heartfelt thanks to our Honorable Chairman and Honorable Minister for his visionary leadership. Your leadership for Ministry of Health's comprehensive response to ongoing COVID pandemic is indeed praiseworthy. Sir, your selection as Chairman of WHO's Executive Board is a testimony of your leadership in health arena. I also thank Honorable President of India and President of Indian Red Cross Society and St. John Ambulance, Shri Ramnath Kovind ji, for his continued guidance and support to both the organization. Rashtrapati ji always finds time despite his busy schedule to encourage us by participating in our activities. Recently, he flagged off the relief material for COVID and flood response. We are fortunate to have him as the president of two organizations. I also thank the Honorable Governors, Lieutenant Governors who head their respective state and union territory branches and provide constant guidance for the smooth functioning of these organizations. Their presence today is highly appreciated. This annual general meeting is taking place after a gap of 4 years. Due to ongoing pandemic, we have this virtual meeting, but I am sure we can make it memorable one for all times to come. The year 2020 is a special year for Indian Red Cross as we complete 100 years of our founding. All of us are fortunate to be a part of this historic AGM during the centenary year. Today I am proud to say that Indian Red Cross and St. John Ambulance have lived up to their commitment and contributed for the betterment of the society. Let me use this opportunity to share some of the recent achievements of both the organizations. While the Government of India is leading from the front in responding to COVID pandemic, the supportive role played by both the organizations have been of immense value. Thousands of our volunteers across the length and breadth of the country are relentlessly working in the communities for the sake of helping others. The ongoing activities already undertaken include advocacy and awareness campaign, community surveillance, procurement and distribution of items like PPEs, masks, sanitizers, gloves, distribution of food items, transportation of patients, logistic support to isolation and quarantine centers, ensuring availability of blood and blood services, and coordinating on behalf of Government of India import of essential items like PPEs, test kits, ventilators, oxygen concentration. We are thankful to our Honorable Chairman for having faith and entrusting us with this responsibility. Our network of 89 Red Cross blood centers rose to the occasion to ensure availability of blood and blood components in the country. We came up with innovative ideas to motivate people to donate blood while ensuring safety and hygiene practices. I take this opportunity to specially thank and laud the generosity of all blood donors. We have also launched a blood service mobile app, which is helping people book blood through their mobiles. We've also set up 24/7 control room. Recently, Indian Red Cross headquarters has started a thalassemia screening and counseling center, which shall help us reduce incidences of thalassemia in the country. Disaster response has been the core activity of Indian Red Cross. This year we repositioned around 50,000 tarpaulins and other relief materials. These came handy during Cyclone Amphan and unprecedented floods in many states, including Assam, Bihar and Uttar Pradesh. This helped in prompt distribution of items to affected families, which has been appreciated by local government. We now decided to reposition relief materials not only in the 6 regional warehouses of national headquarters, which we've been doing so far, but also in the warehouses of disaster-prone states. We made specific efforts for branding of relief material to improve visibility and recognition of Indian Red Cross. Special precautions have been taken to ensure uniformity in the logo of Indian Red Cross relief material and jackets to be used by Red Crossers. You must have noticed the improved branding of Indian Red Cross on the masks and soaps being distributed across the country. We request all the participants to kindly unmute themselves and kindly allow the proceedings to carry further. Thank you. We are of the view that Indian Red Cross and national headquarters cannot be strengthened without strengthening the state and district branches. Therefore, to make state branches sustainable and vibrant, a number of decisions have been taken. National headquarters will give 80% of the cost of any new initiative to be taken by a state branch which has a visible impact on the ground. In order to extend helping hand to smaller and financially weaker branches, particularly in Northeast, National Headquarters has come out with a scheme under which National Headquarters will deposit ₹1 crore each in the fixed deposit, interest of which will accrue to the respective branches. We've already deposited 1 crore each, interest of which is going to Tripura and Andaman Nicobar Island branches. We've started using technology not just for communication but also for mapping of communities at risk. A project with the support of Google to provide early warning to the people in remote areas is being started in Assam and Bihar. Based on the experience of this project, we will plan more such projects in other parts of the country. Learning from the current pandemic, we've started using technology for improved office functioning. The video conferencing facility has been upgraded. Periodic publication of e-newsletter will help not just the wider circulation but also contribute in saving paper and hence the environment. Our website has been revamped and has now become more user-friendly. Our social media activity and outreach are now at the record high. Transparency and streamlining is another priority area. Some of the steps taken to ensure transparency include posting of our monthly expenditure on the website, procurement through government e-portal, and implementation of file tracking system in the national headquarters. Recognizing our responsibility towards environment, we've installed rainwater harvesting system at the national headquarters premises. Installation of solar energy plant is in process. Upon completion, this will produce thousands of units electricity every year. I would like to convey my sincere thanks to all our state, union territory and district branches, their leadership, volunteers and staff, as without them, without their support and ground level work, we would not have become the leading humanitarian organization in the country. St. John Ambulance is also playing a key role in the overall humanitarian services, especially during emergencies like the ongoing COVID pandemic. They have helped people in need through their ambulance, first aid and allied subject training. I must recognize today the key factor behind our achievements. This year and for last 100 years, the backbone Indian Red Cross is volunteers who selflessly give their time, energy and efforts to serve the people and help Indian Red Cross achieve the objectives. I take this opportunity to thank all the volunteers for their commitment to humanitarian work.
My name is Amar.
While we will continue with ongoing initiatives, the focus in times to come will be on enhancing and improving blood services, increased humanitarian response, making branches self-sustainable and increasing our footprints at the international level. With these words, I once again welcome all of you and express our commitment to do more, do better and reach further under the visionary guidance and leadership of our Honorable Chairman. Sir, thank you very much. Before I start these statutory agenda item, if you permit me, sir, our Vice Chairman has penned down a book on his experiences in Red Cross for last 3 years. So we would like you to इस किताब की आप विमोचन करें जी से। when Indian Red Cross to share his experiences in very briefly. Please.
Honorable Chairman Sahab, all honorable governors, lieutenant governors, IRCS के मैनेजिंग कमेटी के मेंबर, जो ऑनरेबल्स के मेंबर साहिबान, इंटरनेशनल डेलीगेट्स, इस बुक में मैंने कोशिश की है कि जो 4 साल में मैंने जो इनिशिएटिव लिए उनको डॉक्यूमेंटेशन किया जाए, ताकि इस सब सर्कुलेशन में जाएंगे तो छोटे छोटे काम रेड क्रॉस का इमेज, रेड क्रॉस की मूवमेंट कैसे बढ़ा सकते हैं, उसका जिक्र इसमें किया गया है। मैं ज़्यादा समय नहीं लूँगा, एक बात कहूँगा कि एक अच्छा लीडर मिलने के बाद और एक डेडिकेटेड टीम मिलने के बाद रेड क्रॉस के काम को काफ़ी गति मिली है। आपका इंटरेस्ट, सारी टीम का इंटरेस्ट जो है वो रेड क्रॉस की एक्टिविटीज़ को काफ़ी तेज़ी से आगे लेके जा रहा है। इसके कारण ही हम लोग पंजाब में 3 यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के साथ MOU साइन कर पाए हैं, जहाँ पर रेड क्रॉस और डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक सब्जेक्ट पढ़ाया जाता है। और एक यूनिवर्सिटी में अभी गया था तो 3000 बच्चों को फर्स्ट ट्रेनिंग देके उन्होंने एक्टिवेट किया है। तो मैं ऑनरेबल गवर्नर साहब से निवेदन करूंगा, जितने गवर्नर साहब सुन रहे हैं, वो बहुत सी यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के चांसलर होते हैं, अगर वो अपना गुड ऑफिस यूज़ करके इन यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के साथ MOU साइन करके फर्स्ट एड और डिज़ास्टर मैनेजमेंट एक ऐसा सब्जेक्ट वो पढ़ाएं तो वो एक अच्छा मैसेज जो है वो उस स्टेट में जाएगा और ब्रांच भी एक्टिवेट होगी। सर, जहाँ तक कि पंजाब की वार एसोसिएशन पंजाब एंड हरियाणा, उन्होंने भी रेड क्रॉस की ट्रेनिंग लेने के लिए जो है वो अपने 100 से ऊपर मेंबर जो हैं आए हैं और 2 हाई कोर्ट के जज उस कार्यक्रम में आए। तो मैं ज़्यादा समय न लेता हुआ मैं सिर्फ एक ही रिक्वेस्ट करूँगा कि रेड क्रॉस को हमें गांव तक कैसे पहुँचाना है और एक स्टेट में एक मॉडल डिस्ट्रिक्ट कैसे बनाना है, हम सब मिलके उसके लिए काम करेंगे। आपका बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद।
Thank you very much. I will now start with the statutory agenda items of the AGM. The first agenda item is the confirmation of the proceedings of the annual general meeting of Indian Red Cross held on 30th August 2016. यहाँ पे सिस्टम में हो रहा है, उधर से नहीं हो रहा है। म्यूट करो। आगे कनेक्शन बंद कर जो आ चुके होंगे Sir, the first is confirmation of the proceedings of the last meeting held in 2016. We have circulated the proceedings and no comments have been received. And if you agree, we will confirm the proceedings which was held more than 4 years ago. The second agenda item is the adoption of the annual reports of Indian Red Cross for the year 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19. These annual reports were placed before the National Managing Body, and National Managing Body has approved it, where all the members of the Managing Body were present. So if the AGM agrees, we can adopt this. We've circulated, we sent it to them, we put it on the website also. So if there are no comments, we can, for the annual reports, we can adopt these. Maybe sir, if you want, I can highlight some of it, I can point out some of the highlights. It's been circulated, sir. Alright, since there are no comments, It's been circulated, put on the website also. If there are no comments, we can adopt the annual reports of Indian Red Cross for the years 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19. Okay. Sir, the next is the adoption of the audited annual accounts of Indian Red Cross for the year 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19. Like annual reports or audited annual accounts have also been approved by the National Managing Body of Indian Red Cross. These have also been circulated, put it up on the website. No, and unless there are some comments, we can also adopt these annual reports of these 3 years. Next is the annual budget estimate of the income and expenditure of IRCS for the year in Indian Red Cross for the year 2020-21. This annual budget estimate has also been approved by the National Managing Body, and this has also been circulated, put it up on the website. So if there are no comments, then the annual general meeting can adopt the estimated the annual budget of IRCS for 2020-21. So the next is appointment of statutory auditors for the year 2019-20. As per the recommendations of the Finance Committee of Indian Red Cross, the recommendation is that the existing chartered accountant, which is Messrs. KG Somani and Company Chartered Accountant for Disaster Relief Fund, including warehouses, and the amount is 24,000 rupees. For rest of the accounts other than Disaster Relief Fund, Messrs. Shri Ravi Verma and Company Chartered Accountants for 60,000 rupees. They are the existing chartered accountants, so their appointment will be approved. And for the next year, 2020 and later, the process will be being processed by the Finance Committee. Similarly, sir, for St. John Ambulance India, the first agenda item is confirmation of the proceedings, which were the joint proceedings of Indian Red Cross and St. John. The meeting was common again last time in 2016. The proceedings have been circulated jointly, put it up on the website, and no comments have been received. So we can we can confirm the proceedings of the last AGM held on 30th August 2016. Sir, annual reports of St. John Ambulance India for the year 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19 have been approved by the National Council in the meeting held under your chairmanship on 28th July. The previous National Council meeting was held almost 4 years ago. So these 3 years annual reports have been again circulated, put it up on the website. So if the AGM agrees, we can adopt this. Next is, sir, the audited annual accounts of the St. John Ambulance India for the years 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19. These audited annual accounts have also been put up on the website, circulated, approved by the National Council. So we can also adopt these annual audited accounts if the AGM agrees. So the next is the annual budget estimate and income and expenditure of St. John Ambulance for 2020-21. These have been approved by the National Council and put it up on the website, circulated to the member. We can also approve the annual budget estimates of income and expenditure. About the statutory auditors for St. John, the National Council agrees that the statutory auditor of Indian Red Cross should also be the statutory auditor of St. John. Therefore, sir, the appointment of Shri Ravi Verma and Company Chartered Accountant for 2019-20 may be approved, and the remuneration given to them is rupees 54,000. So if that is also approved, so the statutory agenda items are complete. Now, sir, with your approval, we can open the house, and since we have few governors who are present here, so maybe we can the honorable governors, whoever wants to say something, participate or give their suggestions, we can give them an opportunity with the approval. Okay. So as per the information received by us in the national headquarters, we've got that the Honorable Governor of Maharashtra, Shri Bhagat Singh Koshari ji, will be present for some time in the beginning. So if the Honorable Governor is present himself, he may like to share his views or give some comments or suggestions. So I will request my colleagues to kindly identify and unmute Maharashtra if the Honorable Governor is there. Otherwise,
भगत सिंह कोश्यारी जी, ऑनरेबल गवर्नर, आप हमें पता लगा है कि आप उपस्थित हैं। You can please offer your few words of wisdom.
maybe sir, he will be leaving. He may have left because he had another engagement. So we've also received a message that Madam Anusuya UK from Chhattisgarh, Honorable Governor Chhattisgarh, she would be present. So we would request Madam to say few words. Honorable Governor from Chhattisgarh. Honorable Governor from Chhattisgarh. Maybe I will will wait for some time. In the meantime, we have a message that Honorable Governor from Himachal Pradesh, Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji उपस्थित हैं. Honorable Governor from Himachal Pradesh. Honorable Governor from Himachal Pradesh. I also have information that we have honorable governors who are likely to participate from Jharkhand, Manipur, Nagaland, Uttar Pradesh, and Uttarakhand. So since there is some technical glitch in trying to put this, so whichever. Himachal Pradesh. We Honorable Governor Himachal Pradesh is on the screen, so we will request others to kindly. Honorable Governor Himachal Pradesh, yes. Others may kindly mute. Honorable Governor Himachal Pradesh is on the screen. Others may kindly mute their speakers.
कोई नाम नहीं सर.
Yes, Honorable Governor Himachal Pradesh, you can kindly give your comment.
I welcome the Honorable Minister Sri Harshvardhan Ji and all other senators, delegates. I am very happy to support the council meeting. Our Red Cross Society, Indian Red Cross Society, which annual meeting is going on, in which mostly the confirmation of proceedings of AGM and other reports and approval of the budget. But as far as Himachal Pradesh is concerned, whatever the help has come from our society, our number of various servants and Shikha we have provided, and all the masks distributed by the state Red Cross, 28,170, and all district Red Cross branches masks distributed, and total 2,19,792 distributed, and high region and state Red Cross 29 kits, and total distribution 7,66,324 kits we have distributed, and other all total number of PPE kits distributed Red Cross 160, and face shield 400, and soaps other these are distributed to the different hospitals and municipal corporation, and aprons also they are given to the salons, and sanitizers distributed by the Red Cross and our DRCS. A number of families, total sanitizers distributed 35. Number of hygiene kits distributed 460. A number of water storage tanks distributed 3. Number of people supported in quarantine centers 1,400. And we have organized blood donation camps and blood collection through Red Cross support, 9 camps and 960 units collected. Organized blood donation program in the state Red Cross. And whatever the units have come from there, we have totally distributed, and everything was in this COVID period. It was a very successful program.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
So thank you very much for your address. We have Honorable Governor from Jharkhand, Honorable Governor from Manipur, Honorable Governor from Nagaland. If any of you would like to say something, Honorable Governor from Uttar Pradesh, Honorable Governor from Uttarakhand.
Excellency,
Madam, Honorable Governor from Manipur, Madam Abdullah. Madam Nadma Abdullah.
we have the resources. We are in our place in the area. So we need little more money to be to us so that we can take care of our problems. So we care for our state. This is what I wanted to say to all. You are doing very well. There is no complaint. So congratulations for your hard work and vision which has brought many places Corona under control.
Thank you, Madam Dr. Najma Abdullah ji. So we have few other honorable governors and lieutenant governors who are participating. So we will be happy to hear them. Honorable Governor from Jharkhand, Madam Murmu. I think there is some problem in hearing you. So maybe we will switch over to somebody else and revert back to you if the voice is clearer later. So, Honorable Governor from any other state, from Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Nagaland, Chhattisgarh.
Bengali.
Uttarakhand. Honorable Governor, Madam Alandiben Patel from Uttarakhand.
तो थोड़ी सी स्पीच बना लें, परिभाषा बना लें अपने हिसाब से और बढ़िया
I think this is the opportunity if honorable governors we are not able to listen to them for some problem or the other. So if there is somebody else who would like to say, we would like to hear some people. If there are some people, kindly raise your hands on your screen and our people will unmute you. Madam from Manipur is raising. No, Madam Dr. Najma from Manipur, kindly bring her on the screen first.
Thank you, Ashwin. Whatever I wanted to say about my state, that there is money there, I have voted with your permission. Thank you now.
Ji, Madam, thank you very much. We could hear you and we could also hear your observation about lack of money. Thank you very much, Madam,
Yes.
for participating. Thank you. Any other participant who would like to share his views or give his suggestions? Odisha, okay. Secretary Odisha. Sugna, we can see you. If you want to say something, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, Namaskar. All. Sir, I really think wants to say, just to say a very good, very big thank you to all the support that we received from national headquarters, sir. And with your support, we will out here in Odisha. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Sugna. Is there somebody else? If there is any other participant who would like to say something, please.
This is Dr. Reddy. Dr. Reddy from Kerala.
Dr. Reddy.
Hello? Yeah, can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can.
Yes, Kiwala from Gujarat. Sir, good morning, sir. Good morning, Minister, sir. Hello?
Yes, Dr. Reddy, please go ahead. We can hear you. We can.
Yes. I would like to say only few words. The ARCS headquarters has done a tremendous work during the COVID time. It's my compliments because the way you have procured the material and the way the material was distributed to various parts of the country, to all the states, is commendable, sir, because the unprecedented times of COVID suffering we have seen or witnessed, whether it is maybe the helping migrant laborers or the people for the maintaining of the personal hygiene sanitizers or the masks which we have distributed. It's really compliments, sir. It's only the thing is that we have to go forward, we have to move forward, we have to see that now especially there are flood situations in many parts of the country, especially in Telangana. Now for the last 3 days, we have got a heavy rain, sir. Many parts there are about 50 people died so far. So the Red Cross, youth Red Cross volunteers, we are in the forefront in Telangana. We are trying to help, sir, and we need some help also. We will put in a day or two the requirement, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this.
Thank you, Dr. Reddy. From
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
yes, please go ahead.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. We can hear you. Please go ahead.
Sir, namaskar, sir.
Namaskar. Please go ahead. We can.
Sir, my name is Sudhanshu Sarangi, sir. I am Commissioner of Police, Bhubaneswar, Cuttack. We are a unique unit of the Red Cross. We are the regional branch. It's the first police organization which has a Red Cross unit attached to it. During the lockdown shutdown period, we have held nearly 96 blood donation camps, and we have supported 4 blood banks, and we have not allowed any scarcity of blood in the twin cities of Bhubaneswar and Cuttack. Right now, we are also donating plasma for the COVID patients, and we have already donated 400 units of plasma to our hospital system. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. We could hear you very clearly. Yes.
Dr. Mukesh Reddy will have to issue the
The gentleman on the screen.
Sir, UP from Dr. Himabindu, I want to speak something, sir.
Maybe one by one. Next. So, Mr. Mukesh first.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Sir, I'm a Centurion blood donor. I have donated twice during this Corona lockdown period. 54 times I have donated blood, and at the same time we are doing a lot of activities for first aid at thalassemia in Gujarat. We are looking for the first aid very vigorously for this area. So we'd like to request you, please look into the matter and we'll go ahead with this work of this thalassemia and the first aid clinic and the blood donation camps. Thank you very much, sir, for providing me the opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Mukesh. Dr. Himabindu from UP. Dr. Himabindu from UP, you wanted to say something? Dear Sharma ji, yes, please go ahead. Sharma ji, please go ahead.
गुड आफ्टरनून सर. सर, हरियाणा जो है रेड क्रॉस हमेशा इंडियन रेड क्रॉस सोसाइटी ब्लड बैंक के लिए कैंप लगाती रहती है, और हम लगातार पिछले कई सालों से ब्लड बैंक के लिए कैंप करते हैं. लेकिन आपकी बात जो अवार्ड्स में हरियाणा को पता नहीं किस वजह से इग्नोर किया गया, तो मेरा रिक्वेस्ट है, हमने अपील भी की थी, दोबारा से रिक्वेस्ट भी की थी, तो सर हमारा थोड़ा कंसीडर करने के लिए हमारे डोनर है, मोटिवेटर है, उनको मौका मिलेगा. और क्योंकि हमने बहुत कैंप लगाए इंडियन रेड क्रॉस सोसाइटी का, हम हरियाणा पास होने की वजह से बहुत कैंप लगाए इंडियन रेड क्रॉस सोसाइटी के लिए, और मेंबरशिप के अंदर भी हमारा बहुत ज्यादा है.
ठीक है शर्मा जी, थैंक यू.
Sir, Himabindu, sir.
Yes, Dr. Himabindu.
सर अभी हमने यूपी में सर 40 to 45 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स पे कोविड रिलीफ मटेरियल्स भेजे गए हैं सर, और 2000 यूनिट से भी ज्यादा कलेक्टर इन कोविड पीरियड में हमने कलेक्टरेशन कैंप कराए सर, यूनिट कलेक्ट किए हैं सर। और माइग्रेंट्स वर्कर के लिए हमारे सभी डिस्ट्रिक्ट से सीतापुर, देवरिया और अलग डिस्ट्रिक्ट से भी बहुत सारे माइग्रेंट्स वर्कर्स के लिए काम किया सर। हमारे 18 डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में हम लोग ने फ्लड मटेरियल भी भेजे हैं सर। यहाँ पे 3 फेजेस में भेजे से ऑनरेबल गवर्नर मैडम ने भी एक बार फ्लैग ऑफ किए सर, और डिस्ट्रिक्ट्स में काम बहुत हो रहा है सर। फिर अभी हमको कुछ रिक्वायरमेंट मनी का भी है सर यहाँ पे, तो वो भी चाहिए सर हमको।
Thank you, Dr. Himanshu. Anybody else?
Yes, sir. I am Dr. Shekhar Chandrakre.
Dr. Shekhar, yes, please. Dr. Shekhar Chandrakre, please go ahead.
Yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you, please.
Yeah, namaste. मंत्री महोदय जी नमस्ते। पहली बात यह है कि लास्ट 7 मंथ में हमने स्पेशली हेडक्वार्टर से जो कोऑर्डिनेट हुआ है एक्टिविटी वो बड़ा सराहनीय है। That is first thing. But as usual, what we think is now it is time to expand our activity and is also necessary. और उसके लिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि साथ साथ प्रोफेशनलिज्म should be extended. हमको वो भी अडॉप्ट अच्छी तरह से करना है with the help of new technology and information application technology. Of course, we have to keep our pace of activity even with the standard framework. It should be completing by 2030. Accordingly, we have to plan our expansion activity. और उसके लिए मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि सभी स्टेट्स ने यूनिफॉर्म रूल्स अपने यहाँ अडॉप्ट करने चाहिए। जिन्होंने नहीं किया होगा तो इसके बारे में एडवाइजरी या कुछ ऐसा देना चाहिए। और restructuring and rejuvenating of our entire activity to make it a vast movement of the common people, यह करने की आवश्यकता ऐसा मुझे लगता है।
Thank you, Dr. Shekhar. Is there any
Dr. Vishwas from Society Ahmedabad.
one by one?
Sir, this is Radhakrishna from Telangana State, sir. At the outset, I welcome our Honorable Health Minister, and I congratulate the National Headquarters for even in this COVID-19 has dared to come down with our annual general body meeting, sir. And I thank the National Headquarters for giving us at different times supporting material so as to continue the COVID-19 services along with our state support, sir. We are very happy to inform that our Honorable Governor, Srimati Tamilsai, she is proactive and she is inspiring for our activities during the COVID-19, sir. We are regularly in touch on Zoom. Along with that, sir, here our Telangana state, we have got our chairman, Secretary, and our general secretary, Madan Mohan, who are really in touch with day-to-day. We are in touch with them about every activity. Especially, we are concentrating on the blood donation camps during this COVID-19 period, sir. And especially, I have got one thing to inform your Honorable Minister and our National Headquarters officials that I am a member of our Sahave India Private Limited and Sogo Global USA organization. We have developed a plasma technology which if we apply to our Indian Red Cross blood banks, I hope we will go on with very good financial support. Not only that, at the back we will be able to provide the components, and one of our team members, already we have talked to our Madan Mohan sir, General Secretary of Telangana State, sir, and I hope that very shortly would come down to Delhi.
Hello.
I cannot hear.
Dr. Vishwas.
Thank you, Radhakrishnan ji. Next is Mr. Ashutosh Purohit.
सर नमस्कार।
नमस्कार, please go ahead, we can hear you. आवाज आ रही है आपकी।
सर नमस्कार।
हाँ बोलिए, नमस्कार।
सर मंत्री जी से आपको नमस्कार करते हुए बताना चाहूंगा कि कोरोना काल के दौरान हमारे द्वारा नेशनल हेडक्वार्टर के निर्देश के अनुसार पूरे मध्य प्रदेश में ब्लड को लेकर एक विशेष अभियान चलाया गया। मध्य प्रदेश में 60 ब्लड बैंक रेड क्रॉस के, उसके अलावा हम लोगों ने जो पूरी 52 डिस्ट्रिक्ट है, सभी डिस्ट्रिक्टों में जो जिला अस्पताल में ब्लड बैंक रहते हैं, कहीं भी ब्लड की कमी नहीं है, इसको लेकर विशेष रूप से अभियान चलाया। साथ ही नेशनल हेडक्वार्टर के द्वारा जो लगातार हमको मार्गदर्शन दिए गए, लगातार हमने कोरोना काल के दौरान लोग सोशल डिस्टेंसिंग का पालन करें, मास्क का उपयोग करें, इसको लेकर हर जिले में, मध्य प्रदेश के हर जिले में एक अभियान चलाया गया रेड क्रॉस द्वारा और लोगों को समझाई दी गई कि कोरोना से अगर बचाव करना है तो मास्क का उपयोग करना पड़ेगा, सोशल डिस्टेंस का पालन करना पड़ेगा और इसको लेकर लगातार हमारे द्वारा जागरूकता अभियान लगातार चलाया जा रहा है। और मध्य प्रदेश में जो राज्य स्तरीय हमारा अस्पताल है, हम लोग यहाँ पर विशेष रूप से जो कोरोना काल के दौरान अस्पतालों में जो दिक्कत आ रही थी उसको दूर करने के लिए हमने विशेष रूप से यहाँ पे अस्पताल में डिलीवरी का जो अभियान था वो चलाया था और जो आम मरीज थे उनको विशेष रूप से स्वास्थ्य सुविधा मिले, इसके लिए बेहतर से बेहतर प्रयास किए और अब हम नेशनल हेडक्वार्टर के सहयोग से शीघ्र कोविड वार्ड भी लागू करने जा रहे हैं। धन्यवाद सर।
थैंक यू आशुतोष जी। डॉक्टर विश्वास फ्रॉम अहमदाबाद।
सर नमस्ते, मैं सर आई वांट टू स्पीक।
प्लीज गो। हाँ पहले डॉक्टर विश्वास अहमदाबाद, उसके बाद आपसे सुन लेंगे।
Sir, thank you very much for providing support in terms of mass growth from the central team, and you received the material in time. Yesterday we celebrated the birth anniversary, 96th birth anniversary of Dr. V.G. Mavlankar. And in a single day, we are able to collect 25 units of plasma donation and 142 units of blood donation in a single day. And till April 21, till now we have collected 505 units of plasma, which is to the COVID patient, and we are able to supply 1,010 units of plasma for the betterment of patient. And we request you to incorporate the Red Cross infrastructure and all the Red Cross state, district and taluka branches when we are launching the vaccine, and Red Cross infrastructure is very much helpful, and we would like to serve the society in vaccine program also. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Bishwa.
I want to speak.
Please go ahead.
Myself, Dr. Sushil from Jharkhand.
Chairman sir, I want to speak.
Yes, please go ahead.
सर नमस्कार, मैं सर नमस्ते। पब्लिक से
किसी की आवाज ना आ रही है तो मैं बता दूं, मैं डॉक्टर मुकेश जगीवाला डोनेटेड ब्लड फॉर 154 times, and during this lockdown period twice I have donated blood. Basically I am a psychiatrist, sir, from Gujarat. So Dr. Sushil from Jharkhand.
Hello.
Myself, Dr. Sushil from Jharkhand.
डॉक्टर भावेश आचार्य। Yes, Dr. Bhavesh Acharya, we can see you on this screen. Please go ahead.
So Dr. Sushil from Jharkhand.
हाँ बोलिए डॉक्टर भावेश आचार्य, उसके बाद
केवल लिखित हो जाने बाद में बात होगी।
बोलिए प्लीज।
Dr. Sushil from Jharkhand. Hello.
डॉक्टर भावेश आचार्य, उसके बाद झारखंड।
Yeah, myself Dr. Sushil from Jharkhand, Ranchi, sir.
Please
I
go
want
ahead.
to say something.
Yeah, please.
First off, good afternoon all my honorable chairman and honorable secretary there. I request one thing to you, sir. First off, see in the Jharkhand formation of the state headquarters branch. Till now, 2 DCs already passed, but no formation of the state headquarters done. One more request I have to be to you, sir. There must be one prize to all over the India in the Red Cross branch for the blood screening charges. Every time in the state of Jharkhand, the cases disturb us or the government will not follow by what the Red Cross is going to do there. So I request to take the matter, these things at your level, sir, to solve the problem so we can do something for the Jharkhand. Now, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Sushil.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Bhavesh, we could not hear you. Dr. Bhavesh Acharya, would you like to say something?
सर मैं आपसे एक आपको क्या आप जानते हो कि रेड क्रॉस में राष्ट्रपति जी प्रेसिडेंट थे, आप चेयरमैन हो और हर एक जगह कलेक्टर, गवर्नर, एक्स मिनिस्टर, पदाधिकारी है। तो ये रेड क्रॉस जो बनाया गया है पार्लियामेंट्री एक्ट से बनाया गया है और तो करीबन गवर्नमेंट की संस्था हो ऐसी संस्था है। तो सेंट्रल गवर्नमेंट की ओर से राज्य की और डिस्ट्रिक्ट की हर एक ब्रांच को कुछ न कुछ वैकल्पिक खर्च के लिए ग्रांट मिलनी चाहिए। अगर ऐसा होगा तो रेड क्रॉस की एक्टिविटी का बहुत ही ज्यादा प्रभाव पड़ेगा और एक्टिविटी ज्यादा बढ़ेगी, ज्यादा सुगमता रहेगी। इसलिए मैं आपसे प्रार्थना करता हूँ।
Thank you, Dr. Bhavesh. Whoever wants to speak, please ask my mic.
Yes, from Rajasthan. Yes, please. Sir, I am Dr. Neelam Jain.
Yes, Dr. Neelam Jain, please go ahead. After you, Dr. Sridhar Reddy.
During COVID times, we distributed masks, we distributed food material and also food. But I have a query, sir. Actually, regarding certificates that we are not getting back from the national headquarters. There was meeting which was conducted on 4th October 2019, and the guidelines were issued then. And but we are not receiving our certificate, first aid training certificate since March 2019 because they are saying that if they follow the guidelines were issued in October 4th October 2019. How do you expect us to follow the guidelines since March 2019? Since they had been, yes sir. Yes sir. Hello.
Dr. Neelam Jain, this I will respond. Is there any other issue?
No sir.
Thank you, Dr. Neelam Jain.
Yes.
I have called a meeting. I have called a meeting on 21st. We can discuss these issues on 21st. Dr. Sridhar Reddy. Dr. Sridhar Reddy, can we hear you and then we go over to somebody else? Shikha, I think kindly mute all of them. All right. I think we've got a flare of what all you are saying. We've been able to hear some people, and I'm sorry because of some glitch in listening to you clearly. We could not listen to all of you, but many of you we've been able to hear very clearly. And if there is still any other point, please write to us. We'll take that into account for our subsequent dealings. But the issues that we've understood is, one is about many of you have given the accounts of what you are doing in your respective areas. Shortage of money and distribution or giving more money and support from national headquarters has also been mentioned by many of you. And one participant has also said about the problem of the first aid training, which we will discuss on 21st. So we've taken into account these general points, And now I will request our Honorable Chairman to give his blessings and guidance on this occasion. So I'll request the Honorable Chairman, sir.
Good afternoon, everybody. Honorable Governors, and we were privileged to hear Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji and Dr. Najma Heptullah. I really don't know if the other governors wanted to speak and could not speak because there was so much of communication disturbance. But in any case, we are really grateful to all the honorable governors and the lieutenant governors who were present in this meeting or who had sent their blessings through their representatives. So really grateful to all of them. Then I have here in this hall, room, Shri Avinash Rai Khanna ji, who is the Vice Chairman of the Indian Red Cross Society. We have Mr. Rajesh Bhushan, Secretary Health, Government of India with me. I have here Mr. R.K. Jain, Secretary General of Indian Red Cross Society, whom you have been hearing, and Dr. Vanshri, the Chairman of the Blood Bank of Red Cross. And I understand that Mr. Udaya Regmi, Head of the IFRC CCST Delhi office is there. Mr. Yahya Alibi, Head of the Regional Delegation of the International Committee of the Red Cross is also there. And of course, all the members of the managing body, all the members of the National Council of the two organizations, Indian Red Cross Society and St. John's Ambulance, and of course all other distinguished guests, the awardees who have also joined us, all the delegates and all the observers of the two organizations and our staff at both the organizations. So first of all, let me express my gratitude to all of you for making yourself available for this general body meeting. As has been described in great detail by Mr. R.K. Jain, this meeting is taking place after almost 4 years, the general body meeting, although we had a lot of other meetings, executive meeting and all, National Council, this managing body meeting and all, but this general body meeting is taking place after 4 years. So we are quite delighted about it that at least we have been able to meet our GBM members, though not physically, but at least virtually in these COVID times. And this is also, I would say that first of all, I would like to express my grateful thanks to our Honorable President of India, because you all know that our Honorable President of India is the President of the Indian Red Cross Society, and he is in fact the person who is supposed to be chairing this general body meeting. And we have seen that he is so committed to the nation, to the society, to the poor people, and to the activities of Red Cross also and St. John Ambulance. He has been helping us, guiding us all through, and I have to thank him because he delegated his power to me and he said you have to preside over this meeting. It's not only too far away. In fact, in the recent memory, we remember that he himself was kind enough to flag off all the relief material to all the states from Rashtrapati Bhavan, and Mr. Jain and myself and others, we were all privileged to be part of that very grand symbolic function there. So he continuously guides us. So I, on behalf of all of you, I would like to express our respects for the President of India, who is also our President of the Indian Red Cross Society. You have already passed the annual reports for the intervening 3-4 years, and also the accounts, and also the proposed budget, and the planning made till now for the future. So really grateful to all the members. I am also grateful to especially Dr. Najma Heptullah and Shri Bandaru Dattatreya ji, who have expressed their satisfaction and have conveyed their good wishes and blessings for the organization, and have given a good account of what's happening in their states. I am also happy that all of you who spoke today, they have by and large expressed their satisfaction, and you have also expressed your appreciation for the hard work and the sincere work that is being pursued by the headquarters. Being in Delhi, I have the privilege to watch what the headquarters does from very close quarters, and in the last couple of months, even during COVID times, I had the privilege to be part of many functions in the Indian Red Cross Society complex in New Delhi, and also in the field. This is a very important year. The Red Cross completed almost, it's now the 100th year basically, and lot of, if it was not COVID times, we could have organized far more functions in much more organized manner. But being the COVID times, the new normal is what we are witnessing today. We had these technical glitches, but still, because a lot of people were joining a little later than the proposed time, so there were some glitches, but in any case, we hope to do similar meetings in a better manner. The country has started learning about doing its work through virtual activity ultimately, and you have heard a detailed description of all the relief related activities that have been pursued by the Indian Red Cross Society and the St. John Ambulance by Mr. R.K. Jain. I do not want to repeat those things, but I still remember that during these 9 months there were difficult times when people were in fact reporting about shortages of blood, or maybe the way how do we actually ensure voluntary blood donation, and that was the time. And of course we had a lot of representations from thalassemics that they were finding it difficult to actually have a regular supply of blood, and that was the time when I saw from my own eyes the Red Cross stood up to the occasion, and it's not only symbolic activity that they did. Anybody who wanted to donate his blood, and the society also rose to the occasion, and Red Cross was sending its team and the vehicle to the residences of the voluntary blood donors and collecting blood donation. For thalassemics also, we in fact ensured that they will all have a regular supply of blood. Even an app was launched by the name of e-blood services, where any thalassemic could actually register his requirement for blood, and then 4 bottles of blood were in fact kept ready for next 12 hours. So a lot of things like that happened during the last 9 months, including a new screening center for thalassemics, and then all that distribution material. You have all been part of that exercise. I had the privilege to visit a mandi in Delhi, where to the poorest of the poor we distributed the very good mask that has been made by, you can right now see the Vice President also wearing that mask which has been produced by the Red Cross Society, and when I say that it's a good mask, I say that technically it's a good mask. It's not a loose mask, and it fits well on the nose, and the mouth covers the mouth and the nose properly, and it doesn't slip down, posing risk to others. So that way, all these mask distributions, medicines, sanitizers, so many things, and relief materials, food, it's I think beyond description of all that has been done during the last 9 months. And I fondly remember that you all, when it was cyclone in Odisha, or when it was cyclone in West Bengal, or when it was flood situation in UP or in Bihar or in Assam, our Red Cross volunteers, and I can see a lot of Red Cross volunteers they work with so much of diligence, commitment, sincerity, dedication, selfless approach at these places also. And we received so many good accounts and very impressive and very inspiring accounts of the services delivered by the Red Cross volunteers across the nation. So you have done us proud. The country feels so happy about the performance of the Red Cross volunteers and their offices all over the country. You all know that the headquarters is very keen that the offices and the various facilities that are provided, and especially the blood banks in the whole country, we want them to further upgrade their services, make them the state of the art, pack them with all types of best quality state of the art facilities, and for that there is so much of support that is being offered and being provided by the headquarters. So this is something I think you are familiar much more than me about what you have done and what the Red Cross Society has done. And we would like to use this occasion to also in fact thank all the donors who have been very passionately donating for the cause of services being offered for the society and the poor people through Red Cross. And this is because of the donations made by the donors to Red Cross that Red Cross and all of you in these two societies have been able to pursue the goals very you see in a persistent manner and with significant consistency. There was no time even during COVID when we were like short of materials, short of funds. We could supply everything to the states, and we never bothered about shortage of supplies. So many other things like some ventilators and oxygen concentrators. So many other things have been also been donated, which have in fact been given to the relevant quarters. So this in this general body, I have to in fact make one very important appeal. You rose to the occasion when the migrant laborers were stranded. You rose to the occasion to provide them food, help them in providing shelter and so many other things that were necessary for them. But right now, as a health minister also, what I feel is that we are now into the 10th month of the pandemic. First meeting for COVID that we did in this country was on 8th of January in this ministry itself. And that was within 24 to 48 hours of the first report of a coronavirus appearing in China, which was reported to the World Health Organization. So on 8th of October, we completed 9 months and we are now into the 10th month. The whole country under the able leadership of Narendra Modi ji has done quite well. We have worked as a total government approach, total society approach, and everybody has worked so hard and so sincerely that right now, even in a country as vast as India, with so much of diversity, so many states, so many union territories, with a population ranging between 1.35 billion to 1.4 billion now, we have been able to perform much better than most of the countries of the whole world, including all the developed nations. You are quite well aware that for almost more than 2 weeks now, we have our active cases less than 1 million, and already over 6 million cases have recovered. They have gone back home. We have the highest recovery rate in the whole world. That's about 87%, more than 87% now. The lowest mortality rate around 1.53%, which is again the lowest in the whole world. You all remember that from one laboratory in the country where the test was, we were able to do the testing only in NIV Pune at one point of time in the month of January, February. And now when we talk about this particular capability of the country, we have gone up to 1900 plus laboratories. That number changes every day. I think it's about 1935 laboratories now, and we are doing over 1 million tests every day, from 1 to 1.5 million. We are very much into the vaccine development, quite strong and positive about it. In next few months at the most, we should have a vaccine, and in the next 6 months or so, we should be into the process of delivering the vaccine to the people of India. That's, you see, that was the positive side of the whole thing. But you see, even if we are not able to save one patient, for that particular person, it's 100% mortality in his home. So we can't be complacent, we can't be relaxed. That is why you have seen that now the most important thing for the whole country is to ensure that we follow the precautions that have been advised by everyone. They have been advised by the Prime Minister, they have been advised by me, they are being advised by our officials, they are being advised by everyone, including the World Health Organization. And if we have to really cut down the transmission, the country has to once again ensure that when we are into this unlock 5 now, there is hardly anyone in the country who is not following the precautions very sincerely. That's why the Prime Minister has given a clarion call for a Jan Andolan, and this is where I see the role of the Red Cross volunteers in a big way, that all over the country we have to be in touch with all other organizations, organized portions of the society, and get this message across to the grassroots levels, that the most important, you see, we as on today, we don't have the real vaccine. It is likely in the next few months, but we still have a very powerful and very potent social vaccine. And this social vaccine is nothing but which is being propagated for last many months. It is the wearing of the mask properly. Not a loose, ill-fitting mask, but a tight mask which can cover your nose and mouth properly, thoroughly, all the time, all the day, at least whenever you are out of home. And then, of course, the social or the physical distancing, which has been very rightly described by the Prime Minister as 2 gaj ki duri, which is, I think that it's also not a tall order to follow in the society. And then, of course, cleaning your hands frequently with soap and water, it's also not a very difficult thing to do. And then avoiding your presence in unnecessary social gatherings, going out unnecessarily. Of course, ensuring that you are not touching your nose and mouth, respiratory etiquette. These are the only few small things. That is the beauty of the COVID virus, that although its transmission rate is very fast, it travels from one person to other person very fast, but it does not involve any rocket science through which one can protect oneself. if we are able to convince the society and pursue this particular goal with the society of following this social vaccine or these habits, then I am sure that in the coming months we can very easily ensure that we can eliminate the transmission of the virus at a very faster pace. And then because of the coming winters, where there is always at least a theoretical possibility of the respiratory viruses, their transmission getting aggravated, and also because of the festivals that are coming in the coming weeks. So the country always needs to be taking much more precautions in a much more diligent and sincere manner. So I would appeal in this general body meeting, while you are continuing with the great work that you are doing, providing relief and relief material and all the masks and other things to the people of India, but also make sure that within your own institutions, within your own organizations, all our volunteers are involved in further involving the organized groups in the society for dissemination of this proper but basic knowledge. Wherever you see a person without wearing a mask properly, please stop and please advise him, because he is not only posing danger for his or her own safety, but he is also posing danger for the health of the others also. So this is, I think, right now for the whole country, this is probably the need of the hour, and that is why at the right time, when because of unlock there was this complacence, there was this I would say misguided understanding that everything is now fine. We can walk around, we can go to the market, we can collect anywhere, we can forget about the mask, we can take it casually. This type of feeling is also developing in the society, and maybe if not 100%, but significant number of people in the society are taking the things casually because of the unlock that the country had to go through. Ultimately, the government was bold enough to do the lockdown, and government was also bold enough to do the unlock at a time when it was required to balance between the protection that we needed to provide for COVID, and also to ensure that whatever setbacks which are likely for economy and all, they are also taken care of. So now we have a good balance struck between the two facets of the problem. But between these two, this type of casual behavior by people needs to be curbed immediately, checked immediately, so that within this year itself we are able to check the transmission of COVID in the country. And I want the Red Cross and the St. John ambulance volunteers to play a very, very critical and convincing and impressive and inspiring role in this particular Jan Andolan, a call for which has been given by our Prime Minister. So I think I can only wish all of you good health, and I am sure that you will take the flag of Indian Red Cross and St. John Ambulance much higher, and we all feel proud to be associated with a great organization like Red Cross. Once again, congratulations, you have done very well during COVID times, and we expect to do much better in 2021, and there will be much more defined role for all of us when the country starts vaccination and so many other activities. So once again, thanks all of you, and especially my greatest gratitude to our honorable governors and the lieutenant governors who have inspired us all by their presence in this general body meeting. Thank you so much. Namaskar. Jai Hind. Bharat Mata ki Jai.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. and thank you for your, as desired by you, we will certainly participate in Jan Andolan for stopping further spread of this virus, and we will also work from headquarters along with all the branches towards it. Sir, our last item of the agenda, which is in every AGM, is the awards. When obviously this is the first time we are holding in virtual, so we will be announcing it. Otherwise, normally these awards are distributed to the awardees. Sir, I will give the details of the awards and announce. The first award is Indian Red Cross Medal. This is the gold medal. The gold-plated medal is the highest award of Indian Red Cross Society for the individual workers in recognition and appreciation of his/her devoted services rendered to the humanitarian cause of Red Cross. These awards are conferred to anybody who is rendered not less than 15 years of service to Red Cross, and there is no distinction on race, position or gender. The society may award this in 1 year up to 2 medals. We followed there was an internal committee of Red Cross, that the recommendations are put up to the awards committee, and sir, we got your kind approval to the recommendations of award committee. So since we are meeting after 4 years, so I am declaring the awards with your approval for the Indian Red Cross Medal for the year 2016-17. There are 2 awards. One goes to Dr. Vinay Bahadur Sinha, Chairman of Bihar State Branch. The second is Dr. Bhavesh Fulchand Acharya, Chairman of Gujarat State Branch. For the year 2016-17, it goes to Dr. Neeli Ramchandran, District Chairman, Nizamabad District, Telangana. For the year 2017-18, it goes for the year 2018-19. It goes to Dr. Y.D. Rama Rao, Chairman, East Godavari, Andhra Pradesh, and Dr. Subhash Gupta, Member, Managing Committee, Haryana State Branch. Then we have the Award of Merit, which is Certificate of Merit, which is given to the volunteers of Red Cross who is rendered not less than 10 years of service to Red Cross. And again, there is no, without any distinction on race, position or gender, the Indian Red Cross awards up to 6 awards of merit per year. So for the year 2016-17, there are 4 awardees. The first is Mrs. Geetanjali Panda. She is the Executive Body Member, Puri District Branch of Odisha. Then Mr. Ragaland Madhuram is the District Secretary of Ramnad District, Tamil Nadu. Dr. Ila Ravi, District Secretary, Krishna District Branch, Andhra Pradesh. Dr. Rajkumar Shantilal Shah, Managing Body Member of Pune District Branch, Maharashtra. For the year 2017-18, it goes to Shri Sanjeev Kumar Saxena, District Joint Secretary, Rajgarh District, Madhya Pradesh. Mr. Laishram Kuber Miti, he is from Koengana District, Manipur. Shri Kamal Chandar Ghosh, Honorary Secretary of Purva Bardhaman District Branch, West Bengal. And Mr. M.A. Saeed Abu Dahir, Joint Secretary of Dindigul District Branch, Tamil Nadu. For 2018-19, it goes to Madam Aarti Saha. She is the Managing Committee Member of IRCS Nadia District, West Bengal. Dr. P.K. Joshi, District Vice Chairman, Solapur District, Maharashtra. Muhammad Amar, Vice Chairman, Vanaparthi District, Telangana. Dr. Ranjan Kumar Swain, District YRC Convener, Secretary, Malkangiri District Branch, Odisha. Mr. Appa Rao Akone, Chairman, Gulbarga District, Karnataka. Then there are 2 shields which are given, fundraising shield and membership shield. The fundraising shield we are giving, the first position goes, the large shield, it goes to, for 16-17 to Odisha State Branch. For 17-18, it goes to again Odisha, and 18-19 Odisha. So Odisha is the state which has gone in for maximum fundraising for all these 3 years. In Union Territory branches, for 16-17 it goes to Chandigarh, for 17-18 it goes to again Chandigarh, for 18-19 it goes to Delhi. Among states, the second position is taken by, for 2016-17 by Himachal Pradesh, for 2017-18 by Jammu Kashmir, for 2018-19 by Tamil Nadu. Then we have 2 sheets for blood donations. The highest blood donation category for 2016-17 goes to Odisha, for 17-18 goes to Odisha, for 18-19 goes to Odisha. This is based on the nomination of the branches. The branches who have not given their nomination have not been considered. For the maximum blood collection vis-a-vis their population, as a percentage of population, for all these 3 years, for 2016, 17, 17, 18 and 18, 19, it goes to Dadar Nagar Haveli. Then sir, this year we come out with a award of best state UT branch, which was based on criteria circulated in advance, fixed in consultation with the branches. So we are giving awards to 3 branches. The first branch gets 50 lakhs, second gets 30 lakhs and the third branch gets 20 lakhs. The only condition is this money is to be used by these branches for activities of Indian Red Cross only. The best branch as per the criteria, this award goes to Gujarat State Branch. The second best branch goes to Punjab State Branch, and the third state branch goes to Tamil Nadu State Branch. We've also decided to give awards to the best performing Red Cross blood centers based on criteria which were finalized in consultation with states and circulated in advance. And the best blood bank will get a prize of 50 lakhs. The second best blood bank will get a prize of 40 lakhs. Again, sir, the condition is same that this amount has to be used for purposes of Red Cross. The best blood bank, the award goes to Indian Red Cross Blood Center, Ahmedabad District Branch, and the second best blood bank as per criteria goes to Indian Red Cross Society Blood Center, Chennai, Tamil Nadu. So coming back to St. John, the first prize is Rajkumari Amrit Kaur medal, which again is a gold-plated medal. It goes to the member for rendering or organizing conspicuous first aid service to relieve suffering. The award for the year 2016-17, it goes to Shri Dilip Kumar Ghosh from Eastern Railway, Kolkata. For the year 2017-18, it goes to Shri Ajay Mohan Srivastava. He is from St. John Ambulance, UP. We also give awards named St. John Gold Medal. This award for the year 2016-17, it goes to Shri L. Tomcha Khuman from Manipur. For the year 2017-18, it goes to Shri K. Sundararajan, Southern Railway, Chennai. For the year 2018-19, it goes to Shri Pawan Kumar, Rail Coach Factory, Kapurthala. There is this Jeev Raksha medal, which is bronze medal. For the year 2016-17, it goes to Shri Sushant Kumar Patnaik, St. John Ambulance, Odisha. For the year 2018-19, this goes to Shri Milan Kumar Sahu, St. John Ambulance, Odisha. There are then some training shield which is given to the branch of St. John for imparting training to maximum number of persons in a year. And this shield for all the 3 years, 2016-17, 17-18 and 18-19, goes to Haryana State Centre. With this, sir, we completed the announcement of awards for this year. We will make some arrangement either through the Governor's office or otherwise to distribute these awards. I will now request my colleague Dr. Vanshri to thank all the people who participated in today's meeting. Dr. Vanshri.
Government of India and IRCS and St. John Ambulance India Chairman Dr. Harshvardhan ji, respected Excellencies, State Governors and President of IRCS State Branches, Shri Rajesh Bhushan ji, Secretary from Ministry of Health and Family Welfare, Honorable IRCS Vice Chairman Shri Avinash Khanna ji, Member of National Managing Body of IRCS and National Council of St. John Ambulance India, IRCS National Headquarters Secretary General and Chief Commissioner of St. John Ambulance India, Shri R.K. Jain ji, ICRC Head of Delegation Mr. Yaya, IFRC Cluster Support Office Head Mr. Uday, leader from all branches, Red Cross staff and movement colleagues, on behalf of Indian Red Cross Society National Headquarters, I wish to thank all of you for your participation in IRCS Annual General Meeting. I would especially like to acknowledge the contribution of our volunteers for their untiring efforts along their respective authorities in the flood and COVID-19 response activity throughout the country. Our last mile delivery service has been appreciated by the authorities and affected communities. Your dedication helped Red Cross to move further and visible in the community. Once again, on the behalf of AGM Organizing Committee, I would like to thank all and wish you and your family excellent health. Thank you very much.